Bro, I'm about to end you, dog. This
Cold cuts.
this
Oh, are
rap
you?
beef, this rap beef I'm gonna initiate.
Oh dear God. It's like the last thing that I need right now is like another fucking like something high energy. I'm
Bro,
so spent recently.
dude, mentally or what?
Both. Mentally, physically. I just have like. I mean, I've just been a bit fucking busy, man. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of business stuff, which is cool, but also like it was Angie's birthday, and then it was my mom's birthday right after. So it's just been a ton of family
Dude,
shit.
you're definitely gonna get married to Angie, bro. They say a guy
Yeah,
always
it's shaping
marries
up
his
that way.
mom and their birthday is like that close.
That close.
That's
Yeah, they're
crazy.
both Tauruses. And then what do you call it? And then Sam, my brother, is moving back home in at like the end of the week. So it's just like been like it's like one,
Bro,
which is awesome. It's all good things, but it's just is like I
that
am
sounds
just one
hectic.
man. I
Yeah.
just there's a lot of things going on right now. But anyway,
Have you talked about your big project that you're doing?
I don't want to really. I'm not gonna. I actually already regret a little bit letting the Discord even know that I was working on it. So I'm not going
I
to
was trying to
share it until it's
sabotage it,
up
bro.
there. Dude.
I was trying to ruin your deal, bro, by posting the tip of my penis.
Yeah, that was outrageous. But anyway, the yeah, the I had a very exciting opportunity come my way, which was cool. And hopefully by the end of this week or maybe early next week, that'll go up or be available for viewing and you guys will see it. So
It's very, from what I've seen,
soon.
it's very crispy. It's
It'll be
very
cool.
crispy.
It'll be cool. Yeah, it was fun. And I finished it yesterday was the end. It was a big project and I got all of it done. I finished
Bro,
it
I won't
yesterday.
say, but this ties into, I think, what we're going to talk about. But
Go ahead.
I won't say the genre of what you're doing, but it is kind of a beef. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Like in good fun. In good
You're
fun.
taking some fun pot shots at some people.
Kind of, yeah, in a
Yeah.
way, yeah. It's nothing really like brutal or at all, but it's fun. Yeah,
I think the
it's
neighbors are
tongue in
shooting
cheek.
guns, bro.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I got a little
That's
spooked.
fun.
You
Uh,
ever see that Reddit post that's like,
what happened?
it's like a kid that's like, does anyone feel this way? Where like if you're taken out of the city, I get take like into the woods or like a place that's like not New York City, like I just start crying because I feel so bad about like how there's no people and it's just like backward civilization. But someone just posted a picture and it's like the Wojak in the woods just like crying or whatever. It's so
Uh,
good.
oh God. Yeah,
Kills me.
dude, that's insane. I have the opposite feeling. I actually like when I go somewhere really quiet, I'm like,
Bro, you were
I
Mr.
wish
Relaxed over here, bro.
dude, I love the outdoors, man. I love going on walks. I love peace and quiet. I love being in nature. Like it's why I just couldn't I had a good time in New York, but I was like tired of like there's no nature out there. It's not true. Central Park is fun to
Some
walk
call
through,
it the concrete jungle.
but it is in fact a concrete jungle. Dude, tell me about this Kendrick and Drake beef because at
Okay,
the
so
time,
you
first of
don't.
all,
What do
I
you
should
know
preface it
about
by
it?
saying, well, I should preface it by saying that the reason I'm even asking you is because you just hit us at the time of us recording. That drawing that you just did of Kendrick and Drake is doing crazy numbers, breakthrough success.
Bro, my standards are so high. That is not. Let me see where it's at.
It was doing really
12K
well
is
when I
just
saw it.
like
But yeah, but 12K in what? An hour? That's good. That's very
no,
good.
like 2 hours, bro.
Okay, that's still
It's been
good.
like 2 hours.
That's still very good, I'd say.
Bro. Maybe for someone like you with. Did you pass me in followers yet or no?
No, I think I have like 100 less than you or so, something like
That's
that. I'm like
it?
floating. Yeah, we're really neck and
Oh
neck
my
now.
God. I should
Very
have known that
close.
you would know the exact number because I'm like, he'll let me know
Yeah,
when he
I'm ready
passes
to be
me.
like, I got you. Like, see you later, Mario Kart style. But, uh,
17, you're 17.2, I'm 17.5. It's 300 more.
oh
Just
no.
just
Yeah,
so
it's
you
a,
understand.
to
Just so
be
you
fair,
understand.
if I'm being totally honest, I really one of the most perplexing moments is when I want to get into the Drake shit, but one of the most perplexing moments that's happened recently so far in the Beetle Moses thing is when I called out that like old Gen X like LGBT account for reposting my comic, but like cropping it out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah, he
called him
just
out
wanted to
and
post something about how it would be lovely to like die old with your gay partner, and you were like, "You took my signature off of it."
no, I was more.
No,
It was
I was
more
on your
like
I was on your side.
no,
I
no.
wasn't the first person to send it to you, right? Someone else sent it
No,
to you.
yeah, actually you weren't. I had
Okay.
actually like two of my followers had also sent me messages about it. And it's funny, ironically, I messaged them, those guys, because they were like, "Do you want me to bring out like the squad?" And I was like, "No, no, let it go." Because I don't chase people around for posting my stuff without credit. I don't care about that. And honestly, I don't even really care. It's annoying. We can all recognize it's annoying when people crop out my name from the work because it's just like you are doing nothing to improve the quality of the work. You're only taking food off of my plate. But I don't care. It's an exercise in foolishness to just try to chase those people around. But it
Yes,
did bother
yes.
me that I opened the post that this guy made, and not only did he crop my name out, he cropped out the final panel, so he got rid of the joke because he thought it was too edgy. And then what Bass Toad pointed out to me was that he was hiding replies, people who were commenting and being totally nice, just like, oh, this is Beetle Moses
He
comic.
was hiding that. Oh,
He'd
dude.
hid like 10 or 15 comments that were saying that, and that's why I went after him. I quote tweeted. But anyway, the reason it even ties in is because I just like, bro, like I don't even care that you cropped out my name, but why did you crop out the punchline? Like it's cringe or something like
Yeah.
that. And I generated that tweet was like it did like 100,000 likes. I have no idea why it went just crazy mode, and I gained like 2,000 followers from posting that, and I was like, why? And like that I have no idea why people were interested in that at all. It wasn't an interesting tweet. It was not even like cool beef. It was me and some like an old guy. Like
Old
literally he
gay
was like
guy.
Facebook
Yeah.
posting. It was
Yeah.
bizarre. And then
Well, the funny
yeah.
part is like from his perspective, he probably doesn't like people who are so disconnected from like webcomics and posting stuff. It's like it is just picture on internet. I will
Right,
post it.
it's just
You
a
know what I mean?
meme.
So like
Yeah.
he probably didn't mean anything mean. And to him, like if you look at the post, it is like me and my gay husband will grow old together. So he, in his mind, even though you're justified, and I'm on your side again, but he was probably just like, "Who's this homophobe trying to like
Right.
get
But
me to
that's also
take my
that
shit
it
down?"
like if I really want to split hairs, that even in itself is like it's so cringe and
I
offensive to
know,
me
dude.
to believe that gay people who I actually think are the target audience for that my original comic because it's funny. I like the fact that gay people can't handle that punchline and you have to like soften it for them is so like stupid and like such an old person mentality. And that's kind of why I came after him alongside him hiding the
Uh,
replies.
I must announce this is the guy leaning into George Bush's ear. The YOLO comic has hit Black Twitter. The
Yeah,
YOLO comic has hit Black
I
Twitter.
predicted that from a mile away. I really do believe that you're gonna get reposted by
Here's the
like,
reason it hit Black Twitter. It's not because it has to deal with this rap beef. Right?
uh-huh.
Dragon Ball Z, baby. Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z,
Ball
dude.
Z, that's your in.
It's probably gonna hit
I
Latino
didn't
Twitter very soon.
yes, I didn't even catch the Dragon Ball reference at first because
And that wasn't your
it just went
fault.
over my head.
It was my poor drawing of the reference scene. By the way, did
It
you
was very funny
watch
though.
that tweet I sent you before the Zoom link?
Uh, the tweet that you sent me
Please just
before the
watch it. It's
Zoom?
like this GIF. You need to watch that right now. You're gonna love it. It my it has,
Coco, you're changing. He's like
it
going.
has it has to be fake. It has
I
to
think
be fake.
that sound sounds like
But
it's been
dude,
like
the
spliced
way the
in.
dog is vibrating is so. Wouldn't you be like alarmed and frightened if your dog walked in and started shaking in that manner?
Yeah, I would be like, just the fact that he's like, Coco, you're changing. That's really funny.
I'm trying to
Uh,
rewatch it. It's not working.
that is too fucking funny.
I'll rewatch it later.
So anyway, well, as soon as you posted that Kendrick, and Drake comic. I first of all I saw it was doing numbers right away, and I was like,
Fuck
this is
numbers, bro.
100% going to get retweeted or reposted by one of those like rap TV. I guarantee we see something like that, World Star Rap TV. Somebody like that is going to
Bro, I feel
repost
like
it.
the Humpty Dumpty with the cigar that's like, someone said I fell off. Ooh, I needed that.
Oh my
That
God,
shit
that's
kills me. Okay,
hilarious.
listen.
So tell me about the beef.
Kendrick and Drake. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
hilarious to me that you are, first of all, like rap enemy number one. Every time we're talking about music, you're always like, I do not care for hip hop. It is not my cup of
that's not what
tea.
I said.
And
I
meanwhile, you
love
are,
I
first of all, such
love
a
certain
you're,
hip
first of all,
hop songs.
you're a Kanye Glazer. Let's just get that out on
Okay,
the
so yeah,
table.
I'm not a hip. I'm not, dude. You're making me sound like those guys that are like, I don't like rap. I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to music or
No,
whatever
well, dude,
fucking
you
gay thing they say.
I feel like I feel like it's interesting that both of these artists, Kendrick and Drake, were ones that I really appreciated and liked a lot, like in the 2010s ish, and then
Glazed.
completely lost interest in both of them sometime in the last like 5 or 6 years. I just stopped listening, didn't care at all about what they were doing. And it's funny to me that now you know about. I don't know anything about this beef. I haven't listened to any of the
You're kind
songs.
of
Can you listen
a
to that?
trend writer. You support people when they're popular, because you know what this story reminds me of? Oh my God, I love Chance the Rapper. And now you're like,
There is
nah,
a
I knew he
there
was
is a
bad.
connection to be drawn though. I think that like I do think that there is an excitement about when somebody's new on the scene and doing something different. And this is not to take away. I think anybody that wants to pretend like Drake, I know it's really easy to dunk on Drake, but anybody who wants to pretend like he's not talented or a good songwriter, it's like that's not true at all. I think he has made some
Well,
really good songs. What's up?
isn't that part of the, maybe you don't know this, but I don't think he's a songwriter. I think he uses a lot of ghostwriters.
He does. I think he does use a lot of ghostwriters, but to be fair, a lot of pop stars have used. I mean, Prince wrote songs, like a lot of the most popular songs of the 80s were actually written by Prince.
I know,
And
but
like
you said specifically you can't deny he's a great songwriter. So that's why I'm just saying.
yeah, well, I guess what I should say is that you can't deny that Drake puts out good he has put out good music.
Yes,
In the
yes,
last
yes.
10 years of his career, has he put out good music is a completely different conversation. I believe no, I haven't really heard anything interesting from him in a really long time. But Kendrick is another one where not that he fell off, but I kind of got tired of his shtick. I just felt a little bit like, and even the clips that I heard from, because I haven't heard any of the Drake like disses for Kendrick. I heard a clip of one of the Kendrick disses for Drake, and there was even something about just his delivery that I was just like, this is why I stopped listening to Kendrick. He's just too like, there's something I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've completely like he just doesn't
Well,
interest me anymore.
here's my take on both of these beefs, and we'll go through it. I'll give you the rundown. But I gotta say, House talked about this when she
Hmm.
give me my ally points, please. Give me my ally points. No, but she was saying that the like when you're mad about something, especially like when you're making like comics or let's say rap beef,
Hmm.
it sometimes it's like if you look at it, you're like as a viewer, you're like, this isn't that funny. You can tell they're like mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Kendrick has some great bars, and Drake have some great bars. But I think Kendrick most with this beef is like there's some shit he's saying where it's like, yo, this guy is so like angry right now, and
Yeah.
it's
I
kind of
mean,
like this is you're making this less fun, kind
I
of.
I well, I do think that Kendrick and it goes a little bit hand in hand probably with what we were just talking about with Drake being a little bit more of a pop star. We using songwriters, you know what I mean? His output is definitely more pop than like rap. Especially I
Yeah.
think recently a lot of his more recent stuff he's kind of doing I don't know if he's still doing that dance hall like sort of I need a one dance, I need a one
No, no, I think he's
dance.
back on the
Is he over
like,
that? He's like
yo,
hippie hop now.
I suck penis. I'm from Venus.
That would be a good actually.
My
But
mom and
anyway,
dad both have a penis.
I
You know what I
could
mean?
see how somebody like Kendrick, who is definitely, I would say it's almost well, he probably maybe he's had some other eyes on his work because he is a very, I can't say for certain that he doesn't use any songwriters or help in writing lyrics because he has the resources to if he wanted to, but his work is ironically because Drake is kind of known for being like very like soft boy and sad in his emotions. I think the ironic part is actually that Kendrick is not really necessarily known for that, but I think a lot of his stuff is way more autobiographical and he's really trying to tell
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
story that's probably near and dear to him and he's putting in the work and he is recognized as one of the greatest modern rappers. Maybe one of the greatest rappers. When in more time they might look
bro.
back
There's
on
a
his work.
lot of Kendrick Glazers.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why Kendrick might look at somebody like Drake, who has just been I mean, he's just been at the same peak of popularity for well over a decade now. He's not going anywhere. And even after the Pusha T beef that Drake was involved in, which I was much more invested in, that was like 5 or 6 years
That was
ago now.
crazy, bro.
That was crazy, and
The
I was
kid,
much,
the kid.
yeah, that was also the first time that Drake took, I think, like a massive L
L.
because
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
done he had done the Meek Mill beef previously, which is where it got revealed that he had ghostwriters, and Meek Mill thought that that was going to be some huge expose and ruins Drake's career, but in fact, nobody cared, including myself. I was kind of just like whatever, and then he just basically was just like, "Shut up, little bro," and everyone was like, "Drake
Yeah,
W," like
yeah.
he and it felt like he was untouchable. So then Pusha T coming in and actually, I mean, mauling him like a bear,
Blowing the
and
fuck
blowing
out,
him
dude.
out was very satisfying because it's fun to watch a sort of underdog take down somebody like Drake because Drake is just huge. He feels untouchable. And now
Bro.
it's two of the biggest rappers of all time going at each other, which is exciting, but I do also feel my age a bit showing because it's really hard for me to get invested in it, but
Wait
it's
till you turn
not
30,
because I'm
bro.
too cool, it's because I'm just old, yeah.
Dude, listen to some of the songs. I guarantee you'll be like, okay, okay, all
Oh
right.
yeah, no.
But do you know DJ Academics?
I do.
He
Hold
was
on.
like, because he's been like live streaming the beef, and he's like listening to one of Kendrick's songs, and Kendrick roasts him, and he
It's
does the
hilarious.
like, yo, what do you say
What do
fuck
you
50 for?
say?
What do
Yeah.
you say fuck 50 for?
Academics is a funny character.
But dude,
I'm not a fan of
someone
academics,
posted
but
below it, and I guess in 2016 he was getting like roasted, bro. It was so funny. He was like, DJ Academics was posting like, "Yo, Trump's about to reveal Pizzagate," and then someone responded like, "I know why your fat ass is happy." DJ Academics heard the word pizza and almost fell out of his chair or something,
oh
dude.
my
It was
god, it's
like,
hilarious.
dude, I was like, "Holy fuck,
I mean,
bro."
dude, it is really shocking to me, and I guarantee I'm about to say this, and this is going to be another one where it's like, I can't believe Beatles said this, and people are
Well,
going to,
just make sure you're
but
talking about the right guy this time. I know you were
okay,
saying they're hard to tell
I,
apart, but just
yeah,
make sure you're talking
no,
about the
no.
right guy this
Okay,
time.
yes, those for those of you who missed the last uh epidemic of Beetle hate ire that came my way, I misidentified Jid. I was referring to Joyner Lucas, but said Jid because I got them. They're two J rappers. I don't know, and I'm not huge
That's the
fans of
only
either of
time in
them.
Colgate's history anyone's been actually angry at
I
you,
think they
dude.
got really mad at me, and that's why. And we got so many comments that it made me go back and be like, "Am I crazy? Like, why is everybody mad at me about this?" And that's when I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, this is the wrong guy. That's not who I meant to say." So anyway, but what I was gonna
Dude,
say,
you
and
had a "we did it" Reddit moment where you came after the wrong
I
guy.
know, but I will say, there is definitely an opportunity or room, in my opinion, for an actually good hip hop like commentator to step in and do so. Okay, I'll say this with a grain of salt, but some of the most popular like people who are commentators on like the rap scene are the biggest fucking goofball knuckleheads in the world. Like Joe Budden, academic Joe Budden is hilarious. Academics, and then even like this like Charlemagne the God or the Breakfast Club, like those guys are just they're all such clowns. And like I think all of them have horrendous takes. I think they're bad interviewers. I don't like The one who is good, one that I do like is Sway. I don't know if you've ever listened to Sway in the morning. He's actually pretty good, but
Oh, I know Sway.
I like
I know
him.
Sway.
That's also where the origin of there's that Kanye like how Sway like clip comes, but
Yeah.
Sway is cool. But in general, it is such a dire situation in the rap commentary community. It's all Twitter level
Bro,
engagement.
we need to step
I
up.
don't think that you and
Yo,
I
you
that
and
is
me
not going to
need
be
to step.
taken. We would
Yo,
not be
I'm
taken
gonna go
fondly.
pee out that door. That's the pee door, and we're gonna
Okay.
listen to some of the songs.
Are we not going to get copyright claimed for it, are
Not
we?
if we stop them and give our opinion.
Okay, okay. Fair.
I just do it for the fans, bro.
Okay, I'll continue to rip.
Just
Anyway, yeah, but I'm sure somebody's gonna call me out on it. Jesus, look at that fucking dumpy. Uh, I'm sure that somebody's I'm sure somebody you guys are gonna disagree with me on that that I'm like way off and be like, no, that's not true. Academics is actually whatever, but I really don't think that those I've never seen anything interesting coming out of those guys, which is crazy that they're and then fucking like isn't that like Adam 22? What is going on in the hip hop commentary community? Who let it get that bad, bro? Isn't he also one of them? The guy that like he's just like it's like absolutely garbage tier reactionary commentary. Like there's no I think that's I know that's like just the sad state of it because that's just people are just doing what gets clicks, but isn't there room for any interesting commentary on I'm sure I know one of you guys is going to comment. Please enlighten me because I am interested. I love talking about music. I am a hip hop fan, although I just have like tapered off. I'm not so keen on like the trends, not to sound like an old head, but I'm not so keen on the most recent trends in like rap, so I've kind of stopped listening. But anyway, all right, you want to listen to these tracks and comment on them?
I'm trying to think of the best one to start with. All right, let me go to
Well, we should start. We got to go chronologically, right? Because this don't.
exactly.
Yeah, we got to go start from the beginning.
Let me go to Mr. Lamar's page.
Mr. Lamar. Mr. Lamar.
All right, so this is the one I've listened the least to.
Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
This is the who started the beef? Wasn't it Kendrick?
I think Kendrick
Because
shot
this
the first metaphorical
didn't
blow.
this okay, wait. Here is my understanding. Because even though I haven't listened to any of the tracks, here's my understanding from the outside of the timeline. Kendrick released a didn't he have a feature verse? It wasn't his own song, wasn't it? He had a feature on somebody's song. And
Yes, there's an album made by I forget who, but it's called We Don't Trust You, and it's just
yes.
all a bunch. Yeah, it's like
And
yeah.
oh, that's what it was. I think wasn't it like it was like Future, I think, Future and
Yes,
Metro
yes,
Boomin.
yes,
And then
yes.
and Kendrick, if I understand correctly, had a verse on that. Well, we should start with that, right? Start with that
What's
clip
that
of
one called?
is it called Kendrick Lamar? There has to diss. We don't trust you. There it is. I cannot get over it. Is really am I just completely out of touch? Why is it has nobody commented or I haven't seen anybody comment on this garbage like horn sample. Like Kendrick snapped as usual. Thanks, Jake
Bro,
Grunnard.
this shit is diabolical.
Shut the
All
fuck
right,
up.
wait, all right.
Okay, that's why I can't stand. Oh my
Is
god.
there a way I can
And
find where
yeah,
Kendrick
just find the
is?
Kendrick verse.
These niggas talking out of they put no popping out of your mouth with every noise what hey, oh, the money power let it go. Yeah, that's good. He did the first. You have to say things with that. And this many felt in my head. That became and brilliant.
That's the only thing I noticed at the end, right?
Oh
Wait,
wait, no,
wait.
this is more, isn't
No,
it?
no, keep going. I don't think he's done here. Keep going.
For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. You gon' see Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, I gotta see.
I'm really like
Wait,
that.
'cause he has
Best
some
one
lines
is a
there,
life
right?
pack, nigga. Prince outlived me. For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. You gon' see Pet Cemetery.
First of all, I do see. I know he name dropped 40, who's the producer for Drake. I didn't see a direct Drake like
See, this is
name
good. You know more
drop.
than me. You know more than me.
Well, there were
Is
some
this
really
the
funny
guy I
bars
heard
in
though?
there.
Don't
What's
they
up?
share a producer?
Uh, who?
Drake
What do you
and
mean?
Kendrick.
No,
No.
40
Okay.
40 has been like Drake's. They go way back. Like they're like lifetime boys, and 40 produces music for Drake. And I know that there was also one of the really nasty, mean things that Pusha T pointed out with his beef with Drake is that I think 40 has, I think he has MS. He has like a multiple sclerosis or something like that. And I think like Pusha T had some line like "Your boy's gonna die soon," basically, because he's like, which is messed up.
Bro,
Yeah, but they all roll together, and
that's
I think part
crazy.
of the thing that people point at, and I already am seeing it coming with this Kendrick beef, is that Drake rolls. He has a very shallow
I did
clique
not
of
mean to
people that
click
he
that,
rolls
sorry.
with. I like that one line where he says he walk around with a stick like Andre 3K. Do you know what he's referring to there?
Does Andre 3000 have a stick in a movie or
Well,
something?
Kendrick is saying walk around with a stick, like walk around with like an AK-47, like walk around with a gun. But he's saying walk around with a stick like Andre 3K because there's like a clip that went viral recently of Andre 3000. He was like sighted in Japan, and he looks like a monk. He's wearing like a robe, and he's walking with like a long like walking stick, and
Dude,
people are
that's
like, yo,
awesome.
and a flute. He's like crazy. He's like a mystical
That's an
being.
awesome
That's a
bar,
funny
bro.
line from Kendrick. Okay,
And then the
next.
only other thing I saw, and I think I saw a
Well,
Mr. Fantano clip about this, but
uh-huh.
the bar about because I think maybe Drake compared them to being Prince and
Yeah,
Mike
Prince and Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson, and like
Yeah,
I
and he
think
said that Prince outlived
outlived
Michael
him. Yeah.
Jackson. Wait, we must be missing a Drake thing here because we're jumping back to Kendrick Lamar. Drake must
Well,
have
that's the thing.
responded, right?
This is the first official. I think it's just Kendrick taking a straight blow at Drake. It was made as a diss track, not like an album.
Oh, oh, so there was no Drake. I thought Drake responded to that "We Don't Trust You."
Look that
Look
up
up,
real quick.
look up the timeline. What's this timeline of the Drake beef here?
Let me see.
Because I think we're missing something. It wouldn't make sense for Kendrick to go again, right? Without a response.
Did Drake respond
Drake,
to what was
Kendrick,
that song
beef,
called?
timeline. That was okay, track by track timeline. Okay, like that. Push-ups was the next one by Drake.
Push-ups. Okay, so this is one I haven't even heard.
I think I know some lines from this. Drake is, if I'm understanding the takeaway, it's him making fun of Kendrick for being a little guy.
This isn't the one where he used AI voices, is it?
Not that I
Building
know
your
of.
online business?
Dude, we are building an online.
Go to Wix.com.
Oh,
and
okay, there's something interesting here. But okay, good.
I like the beat way more than the one we were just listening to. But...
Yeah.
Hey, I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. You pussies can't get booked outside America for Nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man's on?
Got him.
Bart with the bite, nigga,
awesome.
what's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career, you been shook up. Cause top told you drop it, give me 50 like some push-ups. Hood, your last one brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that
That's
motherfucking
good.
show
That's a
inside
good
the
line.
bitty.
Okay.
Bro,
Okay.
this
Wait,
is
wait.
way better.
Okay,
Just
this
like
is okay. To be fair, Kendrick kind of came on sort of softballing Drake. I think Kendrick was baiting him a little bit with that first track. I want to finish this one, but right away, immediate takeaway, Drake being like, this is fun. I'm having fun now. I'm glad we listened to this.
See, and this is what, cause like, I don't follow this shit, but it's like,
because I know these guys, I actually do kind of know the lore. First of all, Drake says right there, you got, what did he say? He said, I put your first number one in your hand.
Did they collab? Is that what happened?
Yeah, back when Kendrick released, they had a song together called Poetic Justice, which is a very good song off of
I know
Good
that
Kid,
one.
Mad City. And I think that was Kendrick's probably first like big banger, but that also came out with Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe and Money Trees, which also did crazy numbers. So I don't know if that's 100% true, but the Drake cosign on that project definitely elevated Kendrick's status, which is also why Mac Miller has an iconic line on one of his records where he's boasting that he did it all without a Drake feature, that he got all famous and made all of his career, and he never had a feature from Drake, kind of throwing shade at Kendrick and a bunch of other people who came on because of Drake. But Drake is pointing it out, which is funny here, and I like that size 7. That size 7 men's
this
on
just
is funny.
Blows the fuck out of. Okay, here's
well,
my
let's
other thing too.
read the whole thing. I want to
Okay.
keep. I'm enjoying listening to it.
But isn't this one? Yes. Okay.
No. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Like Drake is so much more fun, in my opinion, to listen to compared to like. Sometimes with Kendrick, you have to stop and like. What does he say? Like,
okay,
what is this?
I don't want to pull this card, but it does kind of make me.
Is that what you're saying?
No. It does make me think this because I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting a bit, but I do think it's funny to point this out that Drake has some like Jewish humor in his like bars a bit. That like Kendrick's like. He can be funny, but Drake is funny. I mean, I know that a lot of people are saying he took the L over this whole thing, probably, and I'm not defending Drake here.
You're claiming him. That's what you're saying.
But these bar for bar, and because I know Drake is Jewish, bar for bar, Drake is very good at like doing a turn of phrase in a very like sassy Jewish way that like maybe I'm projecting, but it feels like I can pick up on a bit, and that's why it's like. Right now, I am obviously enjoying this track more, but I know we're early. So.
Bro, we didn't even get to it yet, but do you see this Maroon 5 line?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, yeah, okay, let's go.
The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking show inside the bitty. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50. Pip squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big breeze. SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in a scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you
wait.
nigga.
Pause for a second.
Bro,
okay, hang on. There's a couple really good turns of phrase here, but also I should point out there's some context also with Drake saying like that Kendrick is doing splits is also that I'm not sure exactly what Kendrick's late record label situation is, but Drake owns his own record label, OVO. So Drake is definitely making more money off of his releases because he doesn't have to split anything with the label.
Dog.
You know what I mean? So that's important. But what was the other line that he just said there? That king to a prince is a crazy line too.
What's a king to a prince? A son, brother. I think.
Well, because he's he's referring to the line where Prince outlived Michael Jackson, but he's saying what's Prince to the king of pop is definitely what he's referring to, which is a very good bar as well. Okay. Continue.
Golly, dude.
I'm enjoying
Shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm the sixth guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Claim the 6 and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash flowing, able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked. spinning like you tryna fuck. Boy, you tripping, Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch Chanel. I just got undone, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy.
See, that's kind of far where I'm like,
Really got me out here
alright,
talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up out my business. Nigga, shout out to the hooper that be busting out the grid. We know why you mad, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. This for all the top dogs dropping.
He's talking to Future now, by the way.
Well,
He's talking to Future.
Okay.
He was talking to Future there. I didn't see when it exactly had happened. I think I missed that, but he did. He's talking now. He's pointing out to Future that he's like, every single #1 song that you have, Future, is because of me, because they.
Oh, I thought that he was saying that to Kendrick again.
No.
Okay,
Because
okay.
Kendrick had other big songs that were unrelated to Drake. I don't know if Future has had another #1 single, because they did a whole collaborative project together, which is actually very good. It's
Was he part
it
of
was-
Migos or no?
no. He's Future had his own thing going, but Future and
Feels
Drake
so
had,
white right now, dude.
was he a part of Migos?
Was he a part of Migos?
Future and Drake had What a Time to Be Alive, which goddamn came out like 10 years ago. But that's a really good album, and it was a complete collab album with the two of them, and it had multiple #1 hits. And I think that like Drake and Future had a lot of collaborative stuff. So he's probably also pointing out the irony. Oh, and he also had the song Life is Good recently, but he's also pointing out the irony that Future is hosting Kendrick on this track where they're kind of throwing shots at Drake. And Drake is like, bro, how are you gonna throw shots at me? You've never made a #1 single without me on
That's
it, basically.
based. All right, we got to get to the next song. We
All
got
right,
to
all
blow
right.
through this.
Yeah,
These are
get
so
through
good.
this one. We're almost done. We got a
But,
minute left.
but I'm at thumbs up for this so far.
Yeah, this is great. This is
The
great.
other one
can
I was
see
like,
why-
this.
I think Kendrick did bait him a little bit with the previous one.
Yeah.
Drake, in a loose manner, is basically making fun of his height, the fact that he does crazy splits for his record label, and that he's also pointing out that SZA, who I know is also, I think, signed to Interscope, or
Is
maybe
killing
that's what
it.
it is. I think that he pointed out like 3 other rappers that are outselling Kendrick, probably just smaller artists
But
that are
he's keeping
outselling
it-
him.
He's being a dick, but he's keeping it kind of light. You know what I mean?
He's keeping
Yeah.
it fun, even though he's being a dick. So anyway, thumbs up so far.
In that fucking song, y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling top.
Dude, Cole throughout this
I think we
entire
skipped-
thing, I don't know if you've seen this, but just, you know how at the beginning he was like, I bow out. I am out
Yes.
of the rap beef.
Yes.
Throughout everyone's diss tracks, he has just been getting loose fire shots.
I know,
just
shotgun
fired
blast.
at him, dude.
Which is funny because I think we actually skipped that here because I'm pretty sure that both Kendrick and Cole responded to that. I mean, sorry, Drake and Cole responded to that Kendrick diss, but I wasn't even paying attention to the Cole disses in the original Drake, the original Kendrick one.
Did you see
But-
that post on like most controversial Reddit of the goat milk?
Oh my God, I saw Wang retweet that, which is just or
That
post
is
that on
so
Instagram, which
good,
was
dude.
so funny. But it's hilarious that like Cole just took like a giant he just took a giant turd on the whole situation. Just did not released some shitty diss track and then I think deleted it immediately and was
Yeah,
just like
dude.
this is not me. Like I will
Don't
not
they
be
call him the
participating.
mind? Isn't that like because they all
Yeah,
have
it's like
names like
the
the
heart, the
mind, the
mind.
culture, like
Dude,
whatever.
Cole is he's like yeah,
My
100%
old
of these
roommate
guys
used
is my
to
least favorite.
worship. He used to worship J. Cole. And
Who?
me and my other room, my old roommate in Cali, but we
Ugh.
would always like, yeah, J. Cole's kind of like cringe, and he'd be like, dude, you don't even understand his music or whatever.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Anybody who is like a diehard Cole fan, I always am looking at where it's like it's the same way that if somebody told you like they eat like egg and peanut butter sandwiches, and it's like I I don't necessarily think less of you, but it makes me wonder, like, what is going
The
on
macros
in your
might be
fucking
nice,
head?
but something happened to you as a
I
child.
have that same feeling. Anyway, go ahead.
To see a top, want a piece of the top, want a piece of the top, want a piece of the nah, pussy. Now you on your own when you speaking up. You don't roll deep to this and not fucking deep enough. Begging cops or not, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here. You not fucking creeping up. Money wise,
I
I'm.
didn't miss that. What is
Kai
Kai
Cenat?
Cenat's involvement in any of this? Kai Cenat's that really big Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Begging Kai
Let's
Cenat, boy, you not fucking beating us. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he's referring to there. I know, maybe is he referring to the big mob that happened in Union Square with Kai Cenat? I know that's the only thing I don't know what else I could be missing there, but anyway.
Kai Cenat telling Drake he needs to shoot Kendrick. What?
Or maybe, or I don't know. There might be some lore there that I'm missing. I don't know what Kai Cenat has to do with anything, but whatever.
Dude, I do not follow anything.
I don't know
about
what
the
that
Kai
part
Cenat
means.
thing. I was trying to look it up,
Yeah,
but there's
I'm
like
not
a
a- I-
hundred
I'm like-
different things.
I'm too old to know anything about Kai Cenat, so that completely goes over my head. But maybe some commenters, maybe
They
someone
might
in the
know.
comments
Yeah,
will be
someone
able to
let
shed
us
some
know
light
if you
on
know.
that. I don't know what that means.
Not fucking sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feed us. I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. Drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up.
Is 616?
Is the next one? Well, hang on. Let me check.
Check the thing.
I know.
We're still in territory of ones I haven't listened to.
Oh, okay. This is the interesting development. Okay, so the next one was actually this Drake tailor-made freestyle because Kendrick was slow to respond to this track, to push up.
And this one uses AI, right?
Yes, and he used this. You can just click that one; it's right there. But tailor-made freestyle. This was the next one, and then it was subsequently taken down because it uses a Tupac AI voice, and the Tupac estate, the Shakur estate, threatened him with legal
That's
action.
crazy.
So he took it
Drake
down.
didn't like. Well, I guess if he's not releasing it for
I think it was
but...
kind of in bad taste that he did that, but I think again it was probably him just trying to be like funny, because using Snoop Dogg and Tupac, their voice on a diss song against Kendrick is funny because they're all West Coast rappers and Kendrick obviously idolizes those other guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, let's listen to this one.
All right, so Drake with the double smash.
Double smash. This kid was too slow.
You can see it in my eyes again.
And this is Mr. Bach we're listening to right now.
Let's see. It also sounds like a Tupac beat. This is very like.
Kendrick, we need ya. The West Coast savior. Ain't great in your name, it's some hip hop history. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity. This Canadian light skin dot. We to know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls, that's a gift for me. Burning on the Button podcast, it's gotta be true.
Yo.
They told me to spare it on my Quebec.
So people were saying like, oh yeah, Drake. You think Drake really leaked? Because there's something else coming up. I won't say what it is, but that Drake leaked being a pedophile. He just fucking.
Yeah.
He just called that Kendrick was gonna do that just now.
And he was gonna, yeah, that's an intro. I'm curious why he decided to bring that up. I think the other probably behind the scenes is that Drake, both of these guys with Kendrick and Drake, and I remember this also from the Pusha T beef. Pusha T had pointed this out that I think there are snakes in the grass in both of their camps. You know what I mean? I think that some of this information is being leaked. So if Kendrick was in the middle of writing a song and he knew that he was gonna include this liking young girls, whatever, this Millie Bobby Brown shit or whatever, if he was that Drake maybe was especially trying to be funny by getting ahead of it by saying like don't even go there with this, which is kind of funny.
Also a diss at Budden, I see. Heard it on the Budden podcast.
Heard it on the Budden podcast, so it's got to be true.
This is good. This is so good.
That's
West Coast
funny ass line.
man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls, that's a gift for me. Heard it on the Budding Podcast, it's gotta be true. They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive, and the nigga under 5'5", so it's gotta be you. I would beat the whole fucking game. It was me and Snoop Dogg, had my fucking shirt off in the House of Blues. K, you gotta fuck this nigga, girl, he gotta get abused. All that shit about burning tattoos, he is not amused. That's jail talk for real thugs, you gotta be you. Gotta leave this motherfucker broken and bruised before we really lose. You asked for the smoke, now I seen you too busy for the smoke. I won't lie, the people confused. Now you about to get this shit another week and fall back to homegirl for running numbers up. I would've refused for these industry relationships. She not in your shoes. You supposed to be the boogeyman, go do what you do. Unless this is a moment that you tell us it's not really you. In that case, there's nothing left to say. I just pass it to Snoop.
Nasty. What the fuck you?
Awesome.
That sounded so
that is nephew. Well, it's funny because even during that last bit with the Tupac thing, it didn't start this way, but it's very clearly Drake rap because it's a Drake flow, like Drake's flow, but with Tupac's. Like Tupac didn't rap like that, but it's funny. I'm curious to hear this Snoop thing, but I think the whole thing here is basically him. Because he doesn't say anything super direct in this Tupac thing. Maybe he will with the Snoop line, but I feel like this is him just loosely being like, watch your step, because I think this is him just showing like, I know what's going on in your camp. Like somebody's leaking this shit, basically. I don't think he's saying anything direct.
We're saving hip hop commentary, right? Yo, Joe Budden. Joe Budden, watch out.
Go fuck yourself, son.
So it's disgusting what Joe Budden has done to this economy.
Just pass it to Snoop.
Nasty. What the fuck you really got to do? You passed you the torch at the House of Blues, and now you got to do some dirty work. You know how to move, right? Right? I know you never been to jail, orals, jumpsuits, and shower shoes. Never shot nobody, never stabbed nobody, never did nothing violent, and no one. It's the homies that empower you. But still, you gotta show us fucking aisles. Who's boss on the West? Now's the time to really make a power move. Cause right now, it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose. How to bark up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but all you out of moves, got you with the OG, never fucking got a you. But right now, it seem like you posted up without a clue of what the fuck you about to do.
Yeah, that's the truth. I'm definitely about to come around the land gang and let my fucking...
I wonder why he didn't just get Snoop for this.
Well, it's funny. I was about to say, maybe this is expecting a bit much, but I do feel like somebody at Drake's level, this would have actually been a really good opportunity. Well, first of all, Snoop, I think, wouldn't have done this, because I think I think Snoop would be more loyal to Kendrick than to Drake anyway, because they're both West Coast rappers.
Mhm.
And I don't know about the behind the scenes. But what I do kind of feel, the reason I'm feeling this one, I'm like mid on, is one, the use of the AI. It's funny, but it's a little bit cheap, especially with somebody who I think Drake would have been capable, especially because, you know, everybody talks about, I think the thing that people make fun of Drake is that he's not really a rapper, that he's like a pop star.
Yeah.
He could have written these verses, or even, let's say, had somebody from his camp, a ghostwriter, write these verses in a way that mimicked Snoop Dogg's flow, or mimicked, because both of those, like Tupac and Snoop Dogg, have very like imitable, like there's ways that you can like sound like them in their flow. And Drake also has a very just, it says like da boobity boo, ba babity boobity babity boo is like the Drake flow, and Snoop Dogg's way more, he's got like a much more laid back like sound. And I think that Drake could have proven, it would have been funny, it would have been a good performance, and it could have also proven that he's really talented if he did an actual imitation of their style.
This makes me think more that you're probably right, where like he probably, this seems like he rushed it out to get ahead of the Kendrick track that he knew was
I think
coming.
so, yeah. I think maybe it is expecting a bit much to say that he could have done that, but again, we're talking about, look, Drake is saying he's the GOAT, you know what I mean? Both of these guys are claiming they're fighting for like GOAT status right now, or like, and
The goaties.
with somebody like Drake, I do believe Drake is talented. My beef with Drake and his music, my beef with Drake's music is that I think he is talented, but that he doesn't try. really. I think he does shit that's kind of like.
What's wrong with just being a audio shit poster, bro? I
I
wish to
just
be an
think that's
audio shit
lame.
poster.
I think the
I gotta
part
go
that I
pee.
don't like
I gotta go
about
pee.
the part that I don't like about Drake is that I feel like he always is, you know, kind of flaunting his GOAT status and how much he sells and stuff. And it would be very impressive to me if he actually really, I don't know, put some technical skill. And I don't mean like rapping really fast, but I just mean like he's a great performer. He's got a good control of his voice, and it'd be cool if he did something like that. You know what I mean? And he's an actor. He's an actor and a comedian, which is also, you know, people make fun of him for, but it's like, again, it's like, you know, Drake loves separating himself and be like, no one can do exactly what I do. Okay, so do it. Do you know what I mean? And maybe I'm looking way too hard at the nitty gritty with this particular track, but you know, I do think that the AI is funny, but it is a little cheap, and I'm a little bit unimpressed with the fact that Drake didn't try to actually match their flow style. You know, he just used their voice, but it's like he could have made it sound like them. It would have been impressive. And he's an actor, you know, he makes SNL appearances and he does shit like that. So I think he's just trying to get a rise out of Kendrick. The primary takeaway from this one, in my opinion, is that he's trying to egg Kendrick on, like just be like, you want to respond to me? Because I got more in the chamber. You better respond
Do
to
you
me.
still feel like this one has the same? Do you still feel like, oh, this is fun, or do you feel like it's starting to get less?
I'm not as excited about this one. I think that Drake was clearly trying over excited to get Kendrick's response and wanted to sort of attack him while his guard was down, or maybe that he was like working on something and didn't expect there to be another Drake track.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of the content of this one, I think that it would have been a much like a crazy Drake W on this one if he had done what I was saying, which was which is well within his inability. If he had actually done a really like dead on imitation, like imagine if he had done that and how vile that would have been, and like nasty in a good way. If he was like, yo, these are your goats. Here's me doing a dead on impression of the people that you idolize. You know what I mean? Like this is everything that you love and cherish is in my bag. Like I could do it. And it is. I think Drake could have done it.
Drake,
but
you guys need to hire Beetle Moses immediately. Album art, career advice. Bro.
This is the problem though that I have been having with Drake for a long time. And the reason that I don't really like him anymore is I do think that his whole OVO thing is just an echo chamber of guys like, Drake, I love you. And meanwhile, it's been 10 years of crap from him, basically. So I do think that he could do better.
I like the last track. I might
the last one was great. I think he was exactly what we needed at this stage.
The AI cheapens it, but let's finish it.
Go ahead, let's finish it.
Foul move, shitting on you niggas from a whole different altitude. High up in the sky like I'm Howard Hughes. The first one really only took me an hour or two. The next one is really about to bring out the coward in you. But now we gotta wait a fucking week, cause Taylor Swift is your new top. And if you about to drop, she gotta approve. This girl really about to make you act like you not in a feud. She tailor-made your schedule with Ant, you out of the loop. Hate all you corporate industry puppets, I'm not in the mood.
Is Kendrick working for Taylor's label, or is this just because
they might? I don't know if they're both signed to Interscope. I don't know what that story is there. But she tailor-made your schedule with it. Yeah, and it's also the fact that it's called tailor-made. Yeah, maybe that they're on the same label and Taylor's outselling him or something. That's probably
also calling him an industry puppet is pretty crazy.
I'm curious why he feels that way, though. I mean, maybe there's some behind the scenes that I'm missing, but I don't know. I don't feel like if anybody's kind of an industry puppet, I think Drake has sold out way harder than Kendrick is. I think it's a funny thing to throw his way, but maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that I'm just not really understanding. I don't know.
I love it when you niggas talk loose like I'm not in the room. Since like that, your tone changed a little, you not as enthused. How are you not in the booth? It feel like you kinda removed. You tryna let this shit die down. Nah, not this. this time, nigga, you following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. The rest of y'all are definitely...
Basically. Like, this shit is just being, like, super petty. Like, it's just like, hurry up.
But in
hurry
a
up,
fun,
bro.
like, Big Brother, like, type of way. I like
It is funny. It is funny, these. Like, I do appreciate
See,
that he's really
this
trying to,
would have
like, egg
been
him on.
this would have been just a banger track if it was not the AI. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
he
do.
just replicated the flow himself, like,
I mean, I will say so far, but this is sort of the way it goes with diss tracks because people aren't listening for the beat. But I will say so far, I don't know if not that any of the beats have been bad, but they all kind of sound like if you YouTube Tupac sounding beat
Yeah,
royalty
yes,
free.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do all kind of,
But that was kind
like
of the
they've all
point.
kind of been like
That was
it
kind
was
of
the
the
it's the
point for
point,
this
and
one.
and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not. That's not what it's for. So I'm not gonna really be splitting hairs about that. But.
Involved, y'all getting it too. Soon as you get the courage to drop, I'm out on the loose. On the loose.
So he's also
shout out to Taylor.
threatening that he just keeps vaguely threatening that he's like if you respond, like, you better hurry up, but also when you respond, I'm about to go crazy. Like he's like he knows something, which who the hell knows what he's even threatening at
just
that point.
wait till we get to the part of the beef I
I know, we're early.
Biggest gangster in the music game right now. You know, I moved my album when she dropped. I said that already. You know, she about to do a Millie Rock on your head top. She got the whole PG Lang on mute like that Beyonce challenge. Y'all boys quiet for the weekend. Like, Dot, I know you in that NY apartment. You struggling right now. I know it.
Bro, accusing rap guys of changing their album debut date because Taylor's dropping an album.
I think he's saying that I think he's saying he did that. I think
he did, but then he's going on to say I think they did.
They did it too,
right?
yeah.
Am I crazy?
Well, it's funny, and I think it's funny that Drake is pointing this out, that he did it for himself, and he's saying, shout out Taylor, she's like the biggest gangster in the industry right now. Which is funny, because she's the #1 artist, but it has to be funny for these two guys having beef, which in comparison, like, it's definitely emasculating that there's this little white chick that's just completely dominating them.
But especially if, like, they're on the same label. I feel like if that is true,
I mean, that's funny. But it's funny that Drake's just like giving kudos to her and just being like, I had to move my album rollout because she's the thug, basically. Okay, our executives, freaking love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, we've got Bugs on My Wee Wee, Big Tasty, Conga Heli, Elfgrass, Francho, Gzan, HP, Limp Dick, Dilbert Text, Maze vs. Corn, Protista, Shrek the Third, Shalom Guy, Silly Putty Eater, and Studio Zero and Zaljas. Thank you guys so much. Love ya. Love ya. And we will see you on the next episode. How's that sound?
Godspeed.
Godspeed, my friend. Goodbye.